Hey everybody, I'm PJ from Princess Craft RV. Today I'm going to show you around the NoBo 19.6. This is a couples trailer and it is made for relaxing. You'll see what I mean once we get inside. The trailer weighs 5,000 pounds and it's 24 feet 7 inches long. Now that is the entire thing including the tongue. So it's not a large trailer, easy to tow, and wow, what a comfy layout. So remember, check the details because they can always change and you want to be sure that the trailer you look at has all the features you're interested in. Now let's go inside and get started. Walking in here, remember I told you this was made for relaxing? You've got a nice bar here, an L-shaped kitchen, 2 sofas. I don't know, I just love the very relaxed feel in this trailer. And remember, it's only 5,000 pounds. Let's get started right here at the back and show you some of the details. So right over here at the end of the kitchen cabinet is where we're gonna start because this is where the controls start. Up here in the top, you have interior lights, the porch light. You'll also have the LED light on the awning and the button for the slide out room and the awning power. All that's super easy, right? Underneath on this side, you've got 2 USB ports because you might want to, I guess, charge your phone right here at the door, and a switch that's going to turn on these nice lights right in here on your spice rack. You know, sometimes just a little recessed lighting can make these coaches feel so nice in the evening. Right behind me is some nice storage just as you come in the door. Now, I love this style of cabinetry because you've got shelves on this side and the hanging clothes on the other. It just makes it really versatile. You'll also see in the bottom you've got a lockbox, a little safe there with a key. Great place to put some valuables, right? Let's close that up. The mirrors on the front just add to the open feeling in here. Below is going to be the forced air furnace. And let's just get the bathroom over with, right? Let's take a look in here before we look at all the great seating in here. The corner bath is going to give you a nice corner shower as well with this rounded glass door. Very easy to close and open. The toilet is facing from the side, so you have plenty of knee room. That's something we get asked about a lot. The sink has just a little bit of space around it. It's got that same nice feel that the countertops and the table have of this kind of reclaimed wood look. It just gives it a really rustic but modern farmhouse feel. Underneath, a little storage there working around the drain pipe. And a shelf underneath in the medicine cabinet that's open, as well as a medicine cabinet with another 2 shelves inside. Up top, you have the power vent. That's always nice to keep air moving here, whether you're getting a lot of humidity or you just want to air out your entire camper. Now on the back, they have put a lot of controls. Seems like an odd place, but you don't want to clutter the look of your trailer with all of these components. So I kind of like it right here. Now on the right, you'll see the flashing light. That is the solar charge controller because this trailer is equipped with 190 watt solar on the roof. On the left of that, you have the monitor that's going to tell you what's in your tanks. All tanks in this trailer are 30 gallons. Down below, the water heater and the water pump. To the left of that, it says heated holding tank system. That is telling you that when you're driving down the road and it's freezing outside, you don't want those tanks to freeze, so you can turn on your tank heaters to keep them warm. Great for that freezing weather camping that might happen if you love skiing or all of those cold weather events. That's going to be your friend right there. Nice to have it built in. And then, of course, a regular light switch. All right, this isn't a huge bathroom, but it's very well equipped, and I think you'll find it pretty comfortable. Let's head out and take a look at the living area. When you're looking at houses, they talk about efficient kitchens. Well, this is a nice L-shaped here with a refrigerator behind you. So I think it would be great to cook in. There is a nice counter space right here for prep. And of course, if you're not using the stove, the glass top becomes countertop as well. Let's take a look here. You've got a 2-burner stove, and beneath that, the convection microwave. If you're not familiar with convection ovens, don't worry about it because the instructions are in it. If you need to know how to cook something, it's easy to figure out how to set it up. Convection means that you could broil a steak, you could bake cookies, do anything you'd want to do in a regular oven, you can do in this microwave. And then, of course, it's a microwave as well. Very efficient use of space. And down below, one of my favorite features is the road vac. Why? Because trailers just track in all the dirt and dust from outside. And while you may not need your trailer to be perfect, it's nice to kind of just sweep it out of the way as you go. And with this, all you do is lift up your foot here and the vacuum comes on. It sucks up everything you're sweeping in that direction, and then you clean that out when you get home. It just makes it super easy. I'm going to show it to you, but it's kind of loud. All you do is lift it right here with your toe. And then step it back down. Simple to do, right? If you wanted attachments with a hose and maybe some floor vacuums, those are available. You can always purchase them separately and they go right in on the left there. Now let's take a look at plugs. You've got a plug right here in the front and storage underneath. They do a really nice thing here and create some inside drawers. Drawers are the best use of space when you're looking at what you can put in there, because it's very difficult if you've got a space that's narrow and maybe 8 or 10 inches tall. So you've got 2 pull-out drawers right here and an open cabinet on the other side. Now this is only a corner cabinet. You do have the drains and other things coming in here. So it's a triangle shaped on the top and the bottom. But you want to use every inch you can, right? Now's a good time for me to mention the whitewash cabinetry that they use in NoBos. Between that, the light colored wood look on the countertop, the table, and in the bathroom, and then you add the nice light fabric to that, amazing. It just gives it a nice light feel in here. If you're worried about that fabric, we'll talk about that in just a minute. Storage right up here. Now that's one big cabinet. It isn't divided and there aren't shelves up there. That will give you a great place to put, you know, boxes of cereal or any larger items that you might need up there. Nice window right here. Everything has pleated shades on it. It does open and you have one opposite behind the sofa, so you could get a great breeze in here. Although you've got a really nice 13.5 AC, you may want to just enjoy more outside air. High arch residential style faucet with a nice sprayer on it. Big round sink. I am a huge fan of these 10-inch deep sinks. They just work with everything from a large stock pot to doing a few dishes. I like the fact that it has that dark pewter brushed look. Very nice. The refrigerator that's right across from this L-shaped kitchen, it's a 10 cubic foot 12-volt refrigerator. It is a compressor-driven refrigerator from Furrion, and that means that it uses a fraction of the battery power of the previous 12-volt refrigerators that you might be used to, and it cools in about 2 hours. That's amazing. Let's take a look. It's very deep. You'll notice a lot of the older refrigerators are shallow because they had to have the coils in the back. 3 drawers on the side. Now this refrigerator obviously has some of the extra gear that goes with this trailer, some pieces that go with the Rhino-Rack on the roof, but really nice freezer. freezers are important if you're going to be away longer than a day or two, because that allows you to take food to be used in the future, right? Down below, you have the converter, and that's going to be, of course, your breakers and fuses in the front, and it's going to convert your shore power into 12 volt to run almost everything on the trailer. On the end of this counter is where you will see the controls for the 2000 watt inverter. It's located underneath the Murphy bed area, but you just turn it on right here and it will give you an idea of how much power you're using and how much is available to you right here on this control. If you want to camp off the grid, that's huge, because that inverter is going to take your battery power and power 110 plugs like this right next to it. That way all of your standard 110 appliances will work. Everything else on this trailer pretty much runs on 12 volt. So that just gives you a few more options when you're off the grid. What about the bar area? You know, there is a table to sit in front of this sofa. I'm not a huge fan of the tables. I would always eat at the bar. How nice you've got stools right here that are strapped in for travel. You might want something a little taller, maybe a little cushier. Fine, you could always put in whatever suits you. But this just makes a nice workspace, a nice eating space, and it just feels like a great place to relax. Right above it is a nice sized TV. Now that TV is on a swivel arm, so you could face the sofa on this side or the bed area behind us, which also has a sofa because it's a Murphy bed. All right, now let's scoot over here to this sofa. This is 6 foot long. It does jackknife out for another sleeping area. So while this isn't a bunk model, you have a grandkid or maybe a friend that wants to come with you. 6 foot long, 43 inches wide when you open it up. And it's very flat, not rounded like some of those sofas that you see. So it'd be great to sleep on. Another thing I like about this sofa is that I'm 5 foot tall. So a lot of things that fit me may not fit maybe a larger person. So this is very comfortable for someone who's much taller than me. My feet kind of dangle off the end because this is a very deep seat and a nice high back. That's important to some folks, so I like to point it out. I love this light color, and as I mentioned before, that's a concern for a lot of people. I mean, you may take your favorite puppy with you. They run around outside, get a little muddy, and jump in here. Yikes. But this looks like a woven material. It's actually a vinyl, and it's very soft. It doesn't feel like a vinyl car seat. It feels like a soft pleather. And you can just wipe it with a sponge and it's clean again. Just a nice choice for a light interior and something very durable when you're camping. Let me show you. All you do is pull these off. I'll put them right over here. You can easily just fold this out for a nice sleeping area. When you're done, it folds right back up again. I like to grab the back since I'm short, gives me a little bit of leverage there. Storage on top. The glass front cabinets, just very classy, but this runs the full length, so you can put a lot of things up there above it. One more thing to mention here, we have a plug right here on the end. So if this is where you like to do your work, then that plug is where you would plug that computer in to keep it charged. There is a table that fits right here if the table is something that works for you. If not, it is a freestanding table. You can fold it up, get it temporarily out of the way, or you just might want to leave it at home. Now, one of the great features of this that makes it so comfortable is that when the bed is folded up, there are 2 sofas in here. So, you know, if there's 2 people, you each might want your own sofa. This one fits me much better just because it's a little bit lower to the ground. That is part of the Murphy bed setup. The other one is a little bit taller, so if you have longer legs, might be a little more comfortable. Either way, there's plenty of room to stretch out in this trailer. Let's fold this down and show you how easy that is. I know there's people who are worried about Murphy beds because they just don't want the hassle, but this one is so easy. There are no arms to move here. You simply lift this up, lay it down. And can we stop a moment and look at this map? They have a great map here, and in your packet, you will get, I think, 10 or 12 little sticky pieces that are repositionable and movable. They're not permanent, and you can put them on the locations of where you've been, where you might be going, where you'd like to go. I don't know, just a fun thing here. To fold the bed down, there is a spring-loaded clip right here, and then you just give the mattress a tug, and it folds right down. Very easy to do. There is plenty of space back there to leave your pillows, roll up maybe some extra comforters or anything that's on your bed that you might want to just keep in place, and then just fold it right back up. You don't have to find a place to stash those. So think about that if you're comparing Murphy beds. I think that's huge. As far as storage, I want to start by talking about the space that's behind these cabinets. You've got an upper shelf. It's not quite as large as down below, but very accessible for those small things that you might want to put up there. Down below, you've got storage for lots of things. You could store clothes there, maybe extra gear, maybe that's where your glasses and your book goes that you read when you go to bed at night. Whatever works for you, really nice storage back there behind these cabinets. And you know, you've got these two lights on the side. Very simple to turn those out. Use them as your night lights, your reading lights. Works great. And folding it back up in the morning is super simple. Just fold up your bed. When you push this back, it clips itself into place. You just flip up the sofa. There you go. And you're ready for the day. There is storage right here. You notice the lit up cabinets here. There's a switch here for that. I think that's also a nice ambiance light. Down below, the USBs and the 110s on both sides. The hanging closet here is great storage. You've got that same thing on both sides. Now, only on one side do you have storage underneath here. It's two shelves. It is about 2 feet deep, so there's quite a bit right there if you needed to use that. And the space on these side tables is great as well because you don't need to keep that clean in order to open these cabinets. You've got plenty of space here where you could leave things there while you're camping without impeding your access into those hanging closets. One more piece of storage is underneath the seating here on the Murphy bed sofa. It is accessible from the front. You just have nets there to hold everything in place, but you could get to it from the top if you halfway lift up the seat like you're putting down that sofa. You can access it from the top. Sometimes that's helpful. Now, the lighting in here is one of the things I love about this. You've even got recessed lighting right here underneath the bar. Two sofas, a beautiful TV that can face any direction. This is just a really nice trailer to lounge in. So if you're looking for something super comfortable, but not very big or heavy, this might be a trailer for you. But let's go outside and look at what it has to offer out there. Stepping out of these, you know, I always have to mention these MORryde steps. They're so sturdy, adjustable to any terrain, and they have the assist handle on there as well. Just really nice, because take a look at the clearance you have on this. NoBos are meant to be able to go off the highway. If that's the case, you're gonna want this high clearance here and off-road tires. Let's talk about the suspension. This trailer has beast mode. What does that mean? Well, it's got Kurt suspension under there. You've got coil springs. It is all independent suspension, and it has 5 inches of travel built into it. When you're going down those bumpy roads, it's gonna give you a smoother ride and really easy to tow. That's important if you want a different experience than highway driving and a standard campground. Graphics, I love the graphics on this. I think they're so bright, so colorful, talking about all the adventure things that you can do. I guess they're not talking about them, they're just showing you. They always have a green stripe on the NoBos. They look really fresh, clean, and ready for fun. Right here, you're gonna see the exterior water heater, just the venting, 110 plug-in, and a spray port right here. This spray port has got a plug-in coil sprayer, and this one has about 20 feet on it, so you don't have to use it right next to the trailer. It's really handy too, because right here you've got a nice rail where an outside griddle goes, plugs into the LP Quick Connect underneath, and a table right next to it. So this creates an outside kitchen that all comes with this trailer. Nice awning is the full length of this trailer, so you can create a really nice outside space right here. Now in the front, you're gonna see more storage here, magnetic catch, that's always handy. Inside, you'll see the table that mounts on the outside, and you will see the J brackets. That is because this has a roof rack that can hold all your toys. It does come with this J rack, which is great for kayaks, but you certainly could use it for other things. And further in, this storage bin that goes all the way across, you'll also see that griddle. All that can store right in here until you get to the campsite. Now on the front, you've got the automotive windshield style glass right here, fiberglass cap, and black diamond plate rock guard. Not only does that give you a really sturdy front of the trailer for going off the grid, but it's pretty nice looking as well. Battery trays go right in the back. Single propane right here on the front, electric jack, and you'll see on the far side the battery disconnect. You're only going to be using that when you put it in storage. Don't use it going down the road because then your batteries won't charge, but very handy to have it right there. Now on this side, first thing is the other side of that pass-through storage. And then you've got the tanks. You've got 30 gallon fresh, 30 gray, and 30 black. So you'd fill the fresh tank here, and down below have the standard city water connection. All of the hookups for the sewer are going to be behind the slide out on this trailer. So right back here, you've got your sewer connection, and to the right, the poles to, of course, dump those tanks and low point drains. And just above it in the back is the black tank flush. Right here, where you're doing all of your tank dumping, you've got the black tank flush. You do have a cable satellite here as well, in case you need that connection, you're at a campsite that has that to offer. 30 amp connection, of course, and a ladder rack. You know, they do a great job on this roof. It can hold the weight of whatever gear you want to put up on that rack that we talked about. So you're going to need a ladder to get up there. A lot of campers don't come with ladders anymore, so that's a great feature on all the NoBos. You've also got spare tire here. You are prepped for a backup camera, so your dealer can add that if you'd like. And furnace outlet right here. Nice 4-inch bumper with, of course, the full-size spare on the back. So a lot of great features here. One more thing I just noticed, you have a solar port because this is pre-wired for a 200-watt solar panel on the top and a 2,000-watt inverter. If you have that package, that might be included in your NoBo, but whether it is or not, you will still be able to plug in a portable solar panel right here. So many great features on this trailer. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. I'm PJ from Princess Craft RV. I'll see you next time.